So hello all my dear students of South India. I hope you all are doing good and your studies are going great. So here I come with another session for you all with respect to the statutory updates which ICI has very recently released for your November 2023 CA final direct tax exams. So now the things are there in front of us right now. Everything is there placed in front of us in a perfect manner. What are you supposed to follow? You are supposed to follow the existing books which we have, which is updated as per the Finance Act 2022. And apart from that, you only have to do it. Only have to do this particular supplementary. That's it. You don't have to do anything else except these two things. Because the existing books of Finance Act 2022 is fully updated except this particular supplementary. Because I was also not aware what exactly ICI is going to cover in this supplementary. That is the reason I was keeping this particular part on hold. Now we have this supplementary in front of us. Every year, this is the same trend that we follow. That we provide a book which is updated as per the relevant Finance Act, which is applicable for November 23 exams. And then later on in the month of June or July, ICI comes up with a supplementary which we have to address to the students. That's it. So now, this is what it is written over here also. So you have to follow just these two things. That's it. You don't have to follow any other thing except these two things. At the end of the session, I'll also speak about few extra things which you have to follow, that which MCQ books to follow, which judicial updates to follow, that I'll speak at the end of the session. Now, you all know that there are Finance Act 2022 is your relevant Finance Act for May 23 and November 23. Obviously, there is one more Finance Act which has come just few months back, that is Finance Act 2023, but that is not applicable for November 23 exams. Be very careful about it. There should not be any confusion regarding that. That Finance Act 2023 is applicable for May 24 and November 24 students. Always remember that. So do not even touch that particular Finance Act. Do not even go through any of the amendments of that Finance Act that might confuse you with your existing provisions. You're not supposed to see all those things. You can see all those things after you give your November 2023 exams. So you have to follow the existing books along with this particular supplementary. That's it. Now, there are some circulars which ICI has added in this supplementary, and luckily it has been very short and sweet. There are not much circular which ICI has put over here. There are only 2 pages, and that too there are only 3 circulars which ICI has put over here. That's it. So your existing book is updated as per Finance Act 2022 and it has circulars till 31st October 2022. Till here everything is updated. Now this supplementary only covers circulars from 1st November 2022 to 30th of April 2023. This is the cutoff date for your November 2023 exams. Okay. So if you are giving exams in November 23, this is the date by which you are supposed to follow what? You are supposed to follow, just a second. This is the date by which you are supposed to follow the circulars and notification. So there are only 3 extra circulars which ICI has selected over here. In practical life, in practice, there are more than 150 circulars and notifications which has been issued between this period. There are more than 150 circulars, but most of them are not relevant in day-to-day life. Therefore, ICI has selected only 3 circulars and notifications which are relevant for your exams. So without wasting any further time, I hope I have addressed you what exactly you have to follow. Okay. At the end also, I'll address you once more to just complete my discussion. Now, there are 3 circulars over here. The first one is with respect to linking of PAN and Aadhaar. You all have been knowing that the income tax department and the central government has been hammering us since years and years and years. Since 2017, they have been saying that you have to link your PAN with Aadhaar, PAN with Aadhaar, PAN with Aadhaar. And last year they have said that if you do not link your PAN and Aadhaar by 31st of March 2022, then you have to face serious consequences, like you have to pay some fee under 234H of 500 and 1000 rupees. Then there are certain other consequences of PAN becoming inoperative. So if your PAN become inoperative, you have to face some serious consequences. For that, the government in the last year made a rule 114A. But suddenly in the current year, they removed this rule 114AAA and they have brought a new rule 114AAA. So what is the amendment? Be very careful. They already had a rule 114AAA, but they removed that 114AAA on 28th of March 2023 and they brought a new rule 114AAA. So what does this new rule 114AAA has to say? We have to see that only. Okay, so let's see that. The rule 114AAA, the very first thing it says that if you have failed to intimate the PAN by 31st of March, PAN and Aadhaar linking is not done till 31st of March, then your PAN will become inoperative. And you will be liable for a payment of fee under 234H. And how much was the fee? If you file in the month of April, May or June 2022, then it is 500 rupees. But if you file after June 2022, if you link after June 2022, then it was 1000 rupees. Okay. It means if you link today, then it is 1000 rupees. Okay. And if you would have linked between April, May and June 2022, then it would have been 500 rupees. Okay. So now for 3 months it was 500 and then they made it 1000. So this is the first thing which they have mentioned over here. The second thing, once the PAN will become inoperative, if I do not link, then it will become inoperative. I have to link my PAN and Aadhaar. If I do not intimate my Aadhaar to the income tax department, then the PAN account, the PAN number will be inoperative. So how can it become operative once again? What shall I do so that it becomes operative once again? What is the activity or what is the exercise that I am supposed to do to make it operative once again? You have to supposed to do two things. First of all, you have to intimate the Aadhaar. Okay, intimate the Aadhaar. That is, you have to link Aadhaar and PAN. First thing, this is the first thing you are supposed to do. The second thing is you have to pay the fee. If you do these two things, then your PAN will become reoperative. It will again become operative within 30 days from the date of intimation of Aadhaar number. So whenever I will intimate the Aadhaar number, within 30 days it will become operative, provided I also have to make the payment of fee. Whatever is the relevant fee, 500, 1000 rupees. Now it is 1000 only. Okay. Now, what are the consequences of failure to intimate Aadhaar number? Suppose my PAN becomes inoperative. Then what are the consequences that I have to face as a taxpayer? As an assessee, what are the consequences that I have to face? Let's see. So where the PAN has become inoperative, you should be liable for the further consequences. You are liable for further consequences for the period commencing from the date specified by the board till the date the PAN again becomes operative. So you have to face some consequence for some period. What is that period? From the date specified by the board. What is the date specified by the board? The date specified by the board is 1st July 2023. They are giving you time till 2023 July. That is till 30th June 2023. They are giving you time. Otherwise, the meter of the department will start from 1st July 2023 and it will continue till the time your PAN becomes operative again. So for example, if you have not linked your PAN and Aadhaar by 1st July 2023 also, you have to face consequences from this date. And if you have intimated say on 31st of August 2023, then for these 2 months you have to face some consequences. What are the consequences? First thing, you will not get refund of any amount between this period. You are not going to get refund. If there is any refund due from the income tax department will withhold that refund. They are not going to give you that refund. This is the first thing that you have to face. Second, whenever you will get refund later on you will get refund. Once you have intimated, say in the month of December, in the month of October, in the month of November, in the month of September, you might get refund. So in that period, whenever you will get the refund, you will not get interest for these two months. Interest for these 2 months will not be allowed. Refund of any amount or tax due under the act shall not be made. Okay, and interest shall not be payable on such refund for the period beginning from the date specified, that is from 1st July and ending with the date on which it becomes operative. So first consequence is what? In these 2 months you cannot get refund only. Even if it is due, they will withhold. After that they will give you. Once your PAN is operative, they will give you a refund. And once they give you a refund, they will not give you a refund for these 2 months. They will not give you interest for these 2 months, sorry. So what is the interest per month? It is 0.5% per month. So if you have made a consequence for 2 months, then for 2 months interest, you have to sacrifice 2 months interest. Okay. Third thing, any person who will make you any payment or who will collect any payment from you will deduct TDS as per 206AA and 206CC. And what is 206AA? TDS in case of non-PAN cases. What is the TDS in case of non-PAN cases? It is 20%. What is the TCS in case of non-PAN cases? It is 5% generally. Generally it is 5%. Generally it is 20%. There are some exceptional cases where the rate is lesser. But generally it is 5% and generally it is 20%. So it will be assumed that obviously you don't have a PAN here. If you don't have a PAN, your PAN is inoperative. The TDS will be deducted Assuming that you don't have a PAN, obviously that is something which is very obvious. So these are the consequences you have to bear. Okay. Now here it is written the same thing, that is the specified date is 1st July 2023. Okay. And you will be liable for a fee of 1000 rupees if you intimate, because the due date has gone now 31st March 2022. And one last thing is that if the government has exempted any person from intimating Aadhaar number, if they have intimated, then they will not face any consequences. If the government wants, they can bring a notification excluding certain categories of persons. So if they bring a notification excluding certain categories of person, then those people are not liable to intimate Aadhaar. They are not liable to link their PAN with Aadhaar. So they will not face the consequence also. So if somebody is not liable only to do something, then why he will face the consequence? That is something which is very obvious. Okay. So this is what this first notification and circular is all about. There is one mistake over here by ICAI. The mistake is this date should be 2023. It should not be 2022. It's a mistake by ICAI. So you can rectify that mistake over here. Okay. Just go through it once and then we'll move ahead with the next one. So now let's move on to the next amendment, which is in section 269 ST. And what section 269 ST says that if you receive from any person 2 lakh rupees or more, then you have to accept that money only by account pay check, account pay draft and ECS and such other electronic mode as may be prescribed by the government. Okay. So if you receive 2 lakh or more, you cannot accept from the other person cash or bearer check or cross check. You have to receive account pay check, etc. Now, how to compute this 2 lakh rupees? So for that, the government has given 3 limits. One, in aggregate from a person in a day. So from midnight 12 o'clock to the next day 11:59, the entire day you should not receive more than or equal to 2 lakh rupees in cash. If you receive, then you will be liable for a penalty under 271 DA. Second, if your transaction, that is if your invoice value is of 2 lakh or more, then also you cannot receive cash in multiple days also. Suppose if my invoice value is of 2,50,000 rupees for today, then I cannot receive 50,000 cash today, 50,000 tomorrow, day after tomorrow, then day after tomorrow, then day after tomorrow. I cannot receive that also. And the third one is, in respect of a transaction relating to one event or occasion from a person. So if I am receiving some money in respect of one event, there is one event which is happening, for that I am receiving payment multiple times, then I have to aggregate all of them and compute 2 lakh rupees. Now the issue over here is with respect to what? Cooperative societies. Pay attention please. Suppose there is a cooperative society over here, okay, and there is a dealer over here of a cooperative society or a distributor over here of a cooperative society, okay. So there is a dealer or there is a distributor of cooperative society and there is a cooperative society over here. Now what does, there is an agreement between both of them, okay. There is an agreement between both of them that this dealer or this distributor will sell goods on my behalf and they will make me payment, okay, and they will make me payment. Now, there is one single agreement. Can this single agreement be considered as one event or one occasion? If this is considered as one event or one occasion, I cannot receive 2 lakhs or more in different days also, okay, because if the agreement between a cooperative society and a dealer or distributor is considered to be one event or one occasion, then I cannot receive 2 lakh rupees or more in cash in 365 days together also, because I have to aggregate all of them. So this is the issue which was raised in front of the CBDT. So the CBDT came up with a question, came up with an answer obviously, and they said that for cooperative society and dealer and distributor, this clause number C is not applicable. For them, they have to check clause A and clause B. In clause A, what they are supposed to say? In the entire day, they should not receive 2 lakh or more in cash. And in clause B, in respect of one transaction, they should not receive 2 lakh or more in cash. So if there is an agreement between cooperative society and the dealer, and there are multiple agreements, multiple transactions, and every transaction has to be less than 2 lakh rupees, that's it. If every transaction is less than 2 lakh rupees, they can receive in cash, there is no harm. But the entire agreement cannot be called as one event. The entire agreement cannot be called as what? One occasion. So that you aggregate all of them together and consider them as what? As a part of limit of 2 lakhs. So that is what the relaxation which is given by CBDT over here. You can check it over here. On the issue whether all receipts in cash in a previous year needs to be aggregated? No. You don't have to. You need to aggregate in a day wise or in a transaction wise. Did you understand? They should not receive 2 lakh or more in cash in the entire day. They should not receive 2 lakh or more in cash in respect of every transaction. But we are not supposed to aggregate all the transactions together and see 2 lakh or more. No, no, no. That is not considered to be over. In respect of transaction with a distributor, to treat it as one event or occasion. The CBDT White Circular clarified that in respect of cooperative society, a dealership or a distributorship contract by itself may not constitute an event or occasion for the purpose of clause C of section 269 ST. The receipt related to such dealership contract by the cooperative society on a day in a previous year which is within the prescribed limit and complies with clause A as well as clause B. So they are supposed to follow clause A and clause B. May not be aggregated across multiple days for the purpose of clause C. Clause C will not be applicable for what? For the purpose of this particular section. So a cooperative society and a dealer or a distributor having an agreement, you are not supposed to aggregate all the cash transaction in the entire year. You are supposed to aggregate two things. First, in the entire day, it should be less than 2 lakhs. And in respect of a single invoice, it should be less than 2 lakhs. That's it. Okay. I hope you got the point. Now, one last thing is over here, and that is with respect to statement of financial transactions. You all know that SFT is a very important tool for the government of India to get some information. Now, last year in 2021, they have made some changes over here and they have said that suppose if I am a bank and you are a customer and if I am making you payment of more than 5,000 rupees interest in the entire year in multiple accounts, suppose you have current account with me, saving account with me, you have say FD account with me, RD account with me. So if I am a bank and you are a customer and if I am making you payment of 5,000, more than 5,000 rupees in multiple accounts, taking together all of them, multiple accounts is more than 5,000 rupees. Then in that case, the bank is supposed to report that transaction, report that account or deposit holder in the what? In the SFT. So I am a bank, I am making you payment of more than 5,000 rupees interest. I am supposed to report that account, that you have a saving account, you have an FD, you have an RD, you have a current account. I have to mention all those things in SFT. Now, they have made an amendment over here. What is the amendment? They have removed this threshold of 5,000. They have removed this. Now, even if your interest exceeds even a zero account, zero per account, it means now you are not supposed to check the criteria of interest. You have to report every account. The bank has to report every account of a customer which the customer holds in that bank. Whether the interest payment is 5,000 or 2,000 or 1,000 or 1 rupee, it doesn't matter. They have to report every account except the Jan Dhan accounts. What are the Jan Dhan accounts? Jan Dhan accounts are the accounts which are opened by the government of India for poor people. So in case of Jan Dhan accounts, they don't have to report these particular accounts. Apart from that, where any interest exceeds zero per account, they have to report that particular what? Transaction. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. Now these are the things, a very small supplementary release by ICI, thankfully to all of you. You don't have to do anything extra great. We have done it in around 15-20 minutes, that's it. Now what are you supposed to follow? You are supposed to follow the existing books which covers everything till 31st October 2022. It covers even ICI supplementary. ICI last attempt supplementary is also covered in our book. Now you have to do this supplementary separately. These are just 2 pages. Okay. Then you have to do May 2023 judicial update. Judicial updates means the case laws. Then you are supposed to do November 2023 judicial updates, which yet they have not released. Whenever they will release, I will do it with you all. Don't worry. Okay. And then you are supposed to follow the same MCQ booklet which was applicable for May 2023 exams. That's it. So this is what you are supposed to follow. I hope you all have understood exactly what should be a roadmap. You should always have the things placed down very perfectly in front of you so that you can go on a proper path. Okay. So that's it from my side. As I promised always to my South Indian students that whatever I will do for my North Indian students in Hindi, I will try my best that I will do it 100% justice with you all also. Take care all of you. Bye.